I'm Bea.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan,
And sometimes books.
Join us every Wednesday for a new episode. Right now.
You okay?
Oh, I didn't know we'd started, so I thought you were going
I was about to say welcome back, Smutterflies, and you just started singing.
I was set it. Do you know what? Can I sing a song for you to see if you're on the same side as TikTok as me? But I don't think you are.
Probably not.
Did the butcher? I did the bit. No.
No.
Okay, I've lost you already.
What is it?
It's a new song by Matt, who's a singer who I've never heard of, but it's like going viral, and everyone's doing like a dance to it, and I cannot stop singing it. It's
Okay.
so good.
Never seen it.
It's really good.
Okay.
Do you remember at the Brits last year, somebody came and their dress was open at the back and their bum was out? I don't know if you saw it. Was
Yeah.
That's Matt, and she's like an Irish singer, but she just has this new song, and like once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Okay. I'll have to have a look.
It wasn't the one I was just singing though. At the beginning, that was something else. Sorry, I didn't realize you were recording.
Well,
Hi.
Twice I've tried to start this episode, and twice you've cut me off.
Sorry.
Welcome back, Smutterflies.
Hello, Smutterflies.
How the devil are you?
Happy Wednesday.
Yay.
We're on the guys. We made it through. We're on the other side. Tog's done.
Yeah, I'm kind
We're
of sad,
here.
but I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, me too. When I was coming here tonight, I was like,
You're shouting so much tonight.
Oh, am I really loud? Sorry.
So loud.
Oh, sorry. Whoa. When I was coming here tonight, Samantha.
You don't have to talk that quietly, Bethan.
When I was coming here tonight, I was bittersweet.
Okay.
Is the way I can describe it, because I was sad that we were done. And honestly, guys, like the comments you've all made about us doing Throne of Glass is so lovely.
Yeah. You're really sweet.
But I think we definitely would do it again.
Yeah.
But maybe not for an 8-book series.
Yeah. I'm willing to reread things, but maybe give us some time.
I think if we've got any chance of it happening again this season, it's going to be for Daughter of No World.
I agree.
Particularly considering we've now got trad copies come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's a trilogy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yeah. Throne of Glass.
Big boy.
Big boys. But we're done.
Yes, we are. And we're moving on. What are you currently reading?
I've read so much since I've last seen you.
Go on then.
I was really slow coming back into reading after my big break. I've been really slow, and I kept thinking, have I ruined reading for myself? Because like I'm not super. Do you know what? I probably would be as quick as you if I had more time.
Yeah.
And unbothered time, where like I didn't have a toddler trying to choke on a seashell.
Yeah.
That actually happened today. I wish I could say that was a joke, but it literally was just true.
Okay.
But I think maybe reading Deep End, which we just read for Patreon, for May's Patreon, really like threw me back in. You know, because I did that in a day.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, when you get in it
Baby,
and you're
I'm
like,
back.
yeah. And I was like, I'm fucking back. And it's not to say anything I read prior to that I didn't, but I pretty much all I was reading was Throne of Glass.
But you did Rebel and Captive in a day as well, didn't you? Or 2 days? Yeah.
That was, yeah, so what I mean. So Deep End, and I was like, I can do it, I'm fucking back. So yeah, I've just read Deep End. I finished audiobook in Sunrise on the Repeat, I think I said that.
Yeah.
I've started Quicksilver audiobook.
Yeah. One,
because I want to listen to it, two, because we've got Callie Hart in like 2 weeks. At this point.
Oh, that didn't pick me up screaming.
Oh. When this comes out, I think it's happening on like the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I also started Rebel and the Captive and did that pretty much in one day. And it was, without it, at 5 stars. I think that comes as no shock. Like, we're so obsessed with Chris, but it was an absolute
I'm
knockout.
so glad you've read it now. So obviously I read it in like January.
I know.
I've just been like patiently waiting. Like, come on, Bea.
Oh, it was fucking crack. Oh, she's such a phenomenal writer.
When they break the table.
That's not a spoiler, but
that could mean anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't say who.
And sorry, also, this isn't a spoiler, but the alley bang.
Excuse you?
Oh, it was, I think because it's obviously like the penultimate book, you've got, I wouldn't say loads of couples. We're not talking like a Throne of Glass plethora, but there's so much spice because you've got multiple couples. Whereas like up until now, it's kind of only been 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Some of the fucking plot twists.
Yeah.
Every single book in that series is a 5-star.
Yeah.
And now I'm currently reading Duskbound.
How far into it are you?
I'm like about 27%, 30%. Fucking class.
Oh, I can't wait.
I knew it would be. Like, I knew it would be phenomenal. I had no reservations. It is exactly what you want and more. Eating it up. Devoured it. So that's what I'm currently reading, Dustbound and audiobook in Quicksilver. How about you?
I am currently reading Blooms of Darkness by Anna Applegate and Helen Domico.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So it's our end of May's author spotlight, just to preface. It'll probably be coming out like a few days. If you listen to this on the day this episode releases, it'll be coming out in like a week or so, roughly. This is the last Monday of the month. Yeah.
It is everything that we love about fantasy.
You text me and said this book is fucking insane.
Like, the first chapter, I was like, I'm not going to be able to put this down.
Ooh.
From the first chapter.
Oh.
Our FMC is rose gold hair, and I don't know why that just
said.
really does it for me.
Love it.
It's really good. Obviously, we're going to talk about it for Author Spotlight, so I'll try not to say any more.
Yeah.
But, wow.
If you want a spoiler-free review of that, tune in to End of May's Author Spotlight, where Sam will be chatting all about it.
Yeah. It's so good. When you text me to say that you were on your way here tonight, and I was like, oh, can I get a chapter in? I hadn't even set up out here. I hadn't done any of the studio.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to read another chapter.
Yeah.
So I read 2 chapters and then ran out here and was like quickly plugging all our stuff in.
Oh my God, I love it.
Because I was like, I can't not read it.
Is it a part of a series or is it standalone?
Trilogy.
Done or?
Book 2's out, book 3's coming.
Woo! Love that.
It's really good.
What was it called again? Sorry?
Blooms of Darkness.
Blooms of Darkness. Love it. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. And that's all I'm reading.
Okay.
But after this, it's going to be Duskbound because I've been not putting it off, but like other things have been getting in the way, but I've been wanting to read it. So next is Duskbound, and then I might just go straight into Kiss of the Basilisk. Are
you still audiobooking Foxglove?
Oh yeah, that's still there.
Maybe by the end of 2025 you'll finish it.
Do you know what it is? I just don't have enough time for audiobook. I don't do enough things that would warrant listening to an audiobook. Yeah. Because I did Belladonna really quickly because Steve was really busy in work, so I was walking Simba on my own.
Oh, okay.
So I was out a lot walking, so I just had it on my headphones. But now that Steve's not as busy in work, he comes with me. So like, it's a bit rude to have a fucking audiobook on when I'm walking with my husband-to-be. Yeah. So I just don't get enough opportunities to listen. I'm like 75% through it. But I want to finish it quickly because I want to at least do some of Quicksilver audiobook. Yeah. So that it's like fresh in my mind. So I'm not going to have time to reread Quicksilver before we meet with Callie. So I want to at least get back into that world.
That's why I've done it. Yeah. And I will say, Carry On. Yeah, Jesus Wept is so good. I think as well, do you know, I kind of like on the flip side, obviously if we could have audiobooked her, we would have, but like a spenny. We're not talking like one credit, we're talking massive. But it definitely made me realise how much more enjoyable rereading is when you're audiobooking. Yeah. There's so many things that like, oh my gosh, I'm picking up on. You know, like we would never have batted an eyelid in the first like 5-10 chapters. Yeah. Oh, the name, this isn't a spoiler of Quicksilver, but you know, the like names are like currency. Oh my God, that's so prevalent from the beginning. I don't think you wouldn't pick it up. Like you wouldn't. Oh my God, it's so good. And like, it's so much more immersive. Like everyone's got a voice actor. I don't think it's graphic audio, but like it basically is.
Are you listening to it on Audible?
Yes. Yeah. And I haven't got to the Kingfisher bits yet. And sorry, just to know, after I'm done with Dustbound, I'm reading Onyx Storm.
Ooh.
I'm doing it, fuckers. But I'm not like looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a big fat meh. Sorry.
You know, I enjoyed it at the time. When I read it in a day. So like I was obviously enjoying it. But upon reflection, I've got some issues. I'm going to read the next book. Like, we all know I'm going to read the next book.
We said this in our Onyx, in our Fourth Wing and Iron Flame episodes, is that, like, that's why we've always said it's tentative for the season, because, like, we've said this, but if you're new, hi. We're not from now on. It was a while ago we made this decision, but, like, we're not going to do books that we don't love.
Yeah.
Because, like, and it isn't the comparing, because some people fucking eat up Fourth Wing. Like, it obviously must be class, because, like, she sells, like, bajillions and gazillions of books. Does she get all of our money? Yep. Do I buy every single fucking special edition and spray edge and everything possible? Yep. I buy every book on release. You know, I enjoy it as a series, but I do find holes and flaws in it. So I just wouldn't feel comfortable sitting here.
No,
and, like,
no, I agree. And, like, we're not qualified to pick holes in books. So, like, you know, we don't want the internet to come for us because they're like, well, who are you to say that? Like, it is genuinely just our opinion. Like, we're not critics. Like, you know, we're just two girlies who enjoy reading.
Yeah, we're not talking about books that we love. Yeah,
we're not doing it like, we're not being serious. Like, we're having a laugh. Like, we're best friends. Like, so don't come for us if we don't like a book that you love.
Yeah, and I think
we can't all like everything, can we?
Well, no, exactly. And I think as well, like, when we did the Powerless episodes, it just didn't feel good to sit there and poo-poo a book.
No, because somebody's put their time and effort into that. Whether I enjoy it or not, somebody has taken the time to write a book, and, you know, I couldn't do it, so snaps for you. I just didn't enjoy it, and who am I to say, oh, this is rubbish? So, yeah, we're not doing books we don't.
No. So, like, don't be disappointed, guys, if we don't do Onyx Storm, because
we'll see.
We'll see. I don't know. TBC. And I think particularly in myself now moving to being an author, I'm kind of, like, treading the ground of, like,
don't want to shit on somebody.
Could be like a colleague. Lol. Yeah. That me and Rebecca Yowes would ever be fucking colleagues, but, like, yeah.
No.
Well, anyway. So I am going to do Onyx Storm. I'm going to get it out the way.
Yeah.
And then after that, who the fuck knows?
Kiss of the Basilisk.
Oh, yeah, Kiss of the Basilisk. Yeah, maybe that'll have to come before Onyx Storm. I'll have to see on timing. Oh, and I need to read Rachel's beta, but she told me not to. Anyway, that's the whole thing.
Okay. Why are we here? What have we been reading?
We've been reading. So we got this as an art copy, which is, you know, if you listen to this, to us, that we love LJ Andrews.
Yes, we do.
Like, every single thing that she writes, we eat it up like fucking things that are nice to eat.
Chocolate, cake,
custard. There we go. Custard, nice. So when it came out that she was getting trad published, first of all, snaps for LJ, silent snaps for LJ for that. For a new, like, Viking, like, romantasy. What more could you want?
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to get the ARC, but it is now available in the UK.
Yes, it came out on the 15th of May.
Yep, and if you're like me, I accidentally pre-ordered 2 of them. That was a nice little surprise that just 2 appeared at my front door the other day.
From the same website?
Yeah, both off Waterstones, yeah. Okay. One came one day after the other. I've obviously just done it in 2 separate orders, not realised. I thought I hadn't pre-ordered it, and that's why I then went and pre-ordered it again, but obviously I had. Yeah. But it's now available on Waterstones, pretty much everywhere, Kindle. Yeah. And we were lucky enough to get an ARC because, humble brag, we're an LJ Street team.
Humble brag, LJ knows us.
Yes.
And we have already interviewed LJ about this book.
Yes.
So next week's episode is the interview to follow this book. But that's already happened.
Yeah, in the world of podcasting. Well, and she's come back.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've had her on
first returnee.
She is our first returnee, and I hope many, many more, because honestly, you better fucking believe when that new Ever book comes out. Oh, Sam just gestured to shoving like a dick in your mouth.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It was her book though.
But it figuratively.
Me choking down on her book.
Cool. Okay, lovely.
Why am I so obsessed with choking down on things tonight?
We did just record Patreon for May, and we were doing Deep End, and it was a bit, I wouldn't say horny. We've been hornier, but like...
I've admitted things to the world.
Yeah, there was some admissions there that, like, are going to go down in history.
I'm going to spiral about that.
Oh, well, our new format with Patreon bonus episodes is that they go out raw, so there's nothing you can fucking do.
Can't even edit it.
Nope, can't take that out.
That's in the world.
Yep. So yeah, when we got the ARC, we were thrilled, and like, I think it comes as no surprise to say, like, we fucking ate it up.
Yeah, what did you give it?
5 stars.
Yeah, same.
Without a doubt. Like,
hard smash, 5 stars.
I knew it was going to be when I started it. Like, I knew I'd fucking love it, but...
I don't know if we've said the name.
Oh, Broken Souls and Bones.
Yeah. It's like, have we told people what we're here for?
Is that... Yeah.
Broken Souls and Bones by LJ Andrews.
Yes.
Very different writing style to any of the other books that I've read.
Really different. Before, when I posted the photo on our socials that like I'd started reading it, and then one of you guys had messaged being like, "Oh, I've just finished it, loved it, but really different to LJ's other stuff, like the way she writes." And honestly, I was a bit like not that I didn't think it'd be good, right? She's a phenomenal writer. Oh my god, Broken Kingdoms is like fucking 9 books. The Evers, like I've read like how many books? 13, 14 books by LJ. I've loved every single one. So I didn't think I wouldn't like it, but I was a little bit like, ooh, this new writing style. Like, how am I gonna feel? But needless to say, fucking smashed it.
Ate it.
So good. So good. I was just looking to see how much, because it's not obviously a KU book because it's trad now, which is fine. How much it is. The Kindle edition $7.99.
Okay.
And then the paperback, I don't actually, there's no paperback out in the UK, so I don't know why I'm saying that. And the hardback is $16.84 on the Zon.
The Zon.
I was looking to see if the series had a name, but it's just at the moment called Broken Souls and Bones, book 1.
Where do we want to start? Oh. So we have Lyra and Rourke?
Yes.
Rourke.
Yeah.
And Rourke is mute.
Yeah.
Sign language.
Yes. Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was, because we got told about this when we interviewed LJ the last time.
Yes, we did.
And I was like interested to see like how she was going to do that, right? Like, how are you going to portray that? How are they going to communicate? And I mean, it comes as no surprise that we love this, but like, needless to say, LJ like does her research, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's so thoroughly thought out. And not that I'm trying to look for like, I never look for plot holes. I'm not trying to like catch an author out, but a few times when they were talking about his like the way he signs, I was thinking, well, how's Lyra going to be able to understand him so quickly? And then you're like, nope, LJ's a genius, and she explains it perfectly. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, no stone unturned. Like, she just, it was so immersive, so thorough. The prose, the way she wrote it is so different to other books, but I loved it. And we talk about it in the interview next week, but like, I think I wouldn't say, for me, the shining star of this book was the magic system.
Do you know, right? This is probably going to sound really stupid.
Yeah.
But if magic was real.
Yes.
In like Viking times, I can imagine this being a form of magic. Like where they think the bones of fallen soldiers will like enhance people, and where they manipulate the blood and the soul. I think if magic was real, and I know that sounds really fucking stupid to say, because if magic was real, anything could be possible. But I think in Viking times, this would have been, like, bonecraft would have been a thing.
Yeah, and do you know what I loved about it? And I'm not saying that anyone who doesn't do this is like, oh my god, I fucking write like fun magic books. And not that this wasn't fun, but like, the magic was really like gruesome and dark, but I loved that about it. It wasn't like, oh, pretty swirly shiny lights. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like, I love it, but like, it was really grim. Like, the way it's described, how she like fuses bone and stuff. Like, you know, when they were describing like taking the bone from someone's fingertip and stuff. Like, oh.
Well, when she fused the bone, so that guy had like claws coming out of his knuckles.
Grim.
And like the berserkers with like lumps in their head.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Wild, isn't it? It was so thorough.
Good.
It was so thorough. And like the other types of magic, like you said, the blood magic. I'm trying to think of the other ones. There was soul.
It was blood, bone, and soul, wasn't it?
Okay.
Three.
Yeah.
3 like crafts, and then you had like healers, like but they were like more like blood magic, I think.
Okay.
But you know who the shining star was for me?
I think it's going to be the same as mine, but go on.
Thane.
Yeah, same. Yeah. We say this next week, but so it's like not a spoiler, but like I kept holding out, waiting for him to be the baddie. I kept waiting for it. I was like, he's going to flip, and he didn't.
He's so charming.
He was a little green flag.
He's
lovely.
He was. Marion Lyrsa. I don't know how to say that name.
How is it spelled?
Lyrsa, like Ursa,
Yeah,
or something,
yeah, okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
Because she's in love with Emmy. What a little green flag.
I know.
And like, because they know it would be like a marriage of convenience. They know each other. They know they'd be happy.
But how they described as like still being so trustworthy and in love.
God.
And when like Lyra says, well, what are you going to do when it comes to making heirs? And she's like, there's nobody I trust more on my body than Thane.
Oh my God. Stop it.
I know. It was lovely.
And obviously, Lyra is this melder that is supposed to be like protected at all costs.
Yeah.
First sign of trouble, she's like, I'm not being locked in my room. And Thane's like, all right, come with me then. Let's go shoot some bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
I will say, oh my God, the name has escaped me. You'll have to remind me. You know who's like her brother?
But Kael. Yeah, okay.
Sorry. Kael. I was convinced it was going to be like a no, I hate comparing it. Like, obviously, Sergio Mas has not invented this trope.
Yeah.
But I'm just context. Like, I'm just the most, like, what's the easiest thing to compare it to? If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did think it would be a Tam Rhys-Ann situation. But I did think that Kael was going to be the love interest for, like, longer.
Okay. So that never occurred to me, that Kael would be a love interest.
I thought he was, like, going to be madly in love with her.
I thought that Thane could have been a love interest.
And also this, I was kind of suspecting all three that they were all going to be like interested, and Thane would want her, Kael wants her, and obviously Rourke wants her.
I wouldn't have been mad if it was who I choose, to be honest.
But then, the more they were describing her relationship with Kael, the more it was
genuine
evident it was like brotherly.
Yeah.
And I did think, like, at one point it describes him shagging a man, and I was like, okay, well, maybe he's gay. But then he just kind of shags everyone. So I was like, okay, I think he's very fluid. Fine. Snaps for that. But I will say, like, I knew that Rourke obviously was going to be the overarching MMC, and that's purely just because of, like, the promo LJ's done for it. But, like, I was like, I think there's going to be some of the contenders.
And I wouldn't be mad about it.
They're all hot.
How hot was it when she hears Emmy and Lusa, whatever her name is, shagging when they go to the market?
I knew you were going to say that.
I was like,
she sees them. She just hear them. She sees it.
I was like, describe it for me, babe. Literally.
And I'm creased that she, like, storms off distraught. But if that had been us, we would have been like...
Yeah, I'd been up against the window. Wiping my fogged breath away.
Literally.
But she's such a little, like, green flag as well, that she really wants to tell Thane, and she's really mad at Emmy, and Emmy's like, what's your problem? That was really sweet.
Yeah, it was. I agree. It was lovely.
What else did I love?
Well, let's talk about the tap, tap, tap.
Oh, the tap, tap, tap.
He's lovely, isn't he? When they do it in the cupboard, well, they don't really do it, but you know, when they're like in the broom cupboards and he's like sucking on a tit, I was like, hot. And then raw next question. Yeah, and he's so broody. He's so miserable.
Yeah,
I love it. And I love the dynamic between him and Thane. Like, it just amplifies their character tropes even more, doesn't it?
It gave me very big, like, Dorian and Kael, because...
100%.
Because, like, you shouldn't speak to the prince like that, but, like...
he's the sentry, but they have this, like, brotherly relationship. Yeah, it was
lovely.
I ate it up. Yeah, it was
not
so
like,
good.
There's, like, no formalities or anything. It's just...
And also really interesting that, like, Rourke would not give his fealty to the king. It was to Thane.
Yeah.
That was, like, from the get-go as soon as he said it. And then I think there's scenes where, like, the king... Well, he's not the king. He's the... Is he the king? Yeah, he's a king. What's the other thing? There's, like, a lord, a jarl.
Yeah, jarl.
They're like lower down, aren't they?
Yeah.
When the king keeps mentioning, like, in passing, like, well, you should be like sworn to me, and he's like, nope,
like, only Thane.
Yeah,
very loyal.
Yeah,
like a little Labrador.
Yeah. Did you? Again, we jump around. This is spoilers. No shocker.
Yeah.
Did you? The whole scene at the beginning, we know, with the tent, and then she sneaks off, and she almost gets killed by that big fucking wolf. It's kind of like near the beginning when they're traveling to
the dire wolf, is that what it was called?
Yeah, I think so. I honestly, the reason why he's able to do what he does, you couldn't have paid me to guess that when you get the payoff at the end.
Really?
What, being the missing prince?
Yeah.
No, because he's one of the missing princes. He's not the only one. And for a long time, it's described as like, because you know when he's having the flashbacks, he's talking to the prince. So you're like, it can't be him. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but
you still thought, oh, he's gonna be like a sibling or something.
Yeah, because he can't remember. Because obviously he only starts to have these dreams once he comes into contact with Lyra. She starts having similar dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all just fit together in my head.
But you're also like fucking Cluedo when it comes to books. Like your goal is to like figure it out before you finish the book.
What is the thing called that attacks? Is it like Seldrek or Surdrek?
Yes, Skeldrek, I think. Yeah, Drek. Skuldrek, yes.
Skuldrek.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Skuldrek.
Yeah, let's talk about him for a hot minute, because I had some theories before we had the big payoff.
Okay, go on then, what were yours?
Well, in the beginning, right, when she was describing him, he's not really described as that hot in the beginning. So I will say maybe the first interaction, I was like, oh, he's just some ooky spooky ghoul.
When she saw him in the mirror?
No, you know the first time she melds before she gets taken to the king? And he's got like the big gold rope tied around his waist, tethering him. The first time she ever melds, she sees him in
the mirror.
Oh, it's in a mirror, is it?
But no, it's called the mirror. When everything fades to black and she can't, and all she can see is people's like souls. Like she's not physically in the room. She calls it the mirror.
Oh, okay. Well then, yes.
See, he's like robed, isn't he? Like, and you can't see his face.
Yeah.
What was your first prediction? Sorry, before I go ahead with mine.
It was going to be the dead Melder. The one that came before her. They didn't
Baldy,
like. I thought it was him. Fady. Or I thought it was like the soul of that wanderer guy they kept talking about.
Oh, okay.
Or it was the king.
Oh.
Those were like my 3 running theories.
Okay.
I didn't expect him to be like hot.
Okay. So the very first time we meet him, the time that you're talking about, I thought it was Death.
Well, yeah, that kind of too. Yeah, I suppose.
That's what I was like, oh, okay. Like she's going to have like a relationship with Death. Okay.
That's kind of hot.
And then I'd say by the second or third time, I knew that it was wrong.
Then, but did you not get, because I think for a while you're like, but then the scene where she's in her room and Rourke he attacks and Rourke comes in, I was like, well, it's just disproved everything.
Yeah, but it hasn't, because Rourke throws a knife at him and then all of a sudden Rourke's side is bleeding.
Oh, but I don't read it. I'm just like vibes. I just assumed he got it on the way in, you know?
No, I knew pretty much. Yeah.
I don't pick that apart. I don't go that close in.
Yeah, obviously I didn't understand how he had this like dark soul outside of his body. So like that needed to be explained to me, but not that I obviously enjoyed it. I'm not like, oh, well, I predicted it, so whatever. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, look at me. But like, I did know that was going to be what happened, but it didn't take away from the fact that I fucking loved it.
But, right, try this one on for size. Did you predict that the Queen was banging the old Melder and he changed his, like, his,
No.
You know what I mean? He'd, like, manipulated himself to look like that guy, gagged.
And she kills the king. I didn't expect the king to die.
And they blame it on Lyra.
I did not expect the king to die. No. The Queen and Fady working together, that did not fucking cross my mind.
Yeah.
I was shook.
Same, shooketh. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
And obviously they take Kale. So at the end, when we finish this book, we don't know if Kale's okay. Or where he is.
Yeah. And I'm really worried for book 2 because I'd like to think Thane's got a good enough moral compass to see through like his mother's shit, and because it's described as her relationship with the king being piss poor.
Yeah.
And Thane doesn't particularly have like a good relationship with his mother.
No.
So I'd like to think he would take Rourke particularly and Lyra's like word.
But will he get their word? Because
this is the thing, they ran,
haven't they?
Yeah, I know.
And they're going back with the Queen.
Yeah.
When that final line, when she's like, let's welcome my son home.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Let's go.
But I do feel like it's going to, because the most insight we have into what it's like in the other kingdom, which name is escaping me. Draven, thank you.
Draven
Moor and the Dravens.
Yeah.
because like you said, Rourke has no memory. Like his memory's been wiped.
Yeah.
He basically just describes, I showed up on the doors of like, you know, the king's palace and here I am. But Emmy does have quite, again, not amazing, but quite a significant amount of memory of what happened. And her history is really sad, harrowing about what happened to her. And when I say I'm excited, it's probably not going to be pleasant, but I am intrigued to see what the dynamic will be like when they're now in Dravenmore, because I'm not saying the Rourke isn't a green flag. He is, but is he going to be able to be the green flag that he's been for the last however many years in this book?
Yeah.
Because he's now under his like mother's thumb. And look, maybe the portrayal of the Dravens isn't what has been painted. Maybe they're not like really barbaric. But if Emmy's background is anything to go off, then
really interesting as well that when she melds, he can't control that split. So it's him attacking, but like it's not him. Like do you know what I mean? Like it's so interesting.
Yeah, he has no like control over it. So he's killing his people, but he can't. Well, his people loosely, but yeah. Wouldn't Emmy? Because Emmy's his cousin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Emmy have known that he's the prince?
Yeah.
Did he know he's the prince?
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought he didn't know.
No.
He always knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think Thane knew?
No.
Right, he's been keeping that on the DL.
I think so. I think only him and Emmy.
Okay.
Because she says, like, you need to tell Lyra, basically, doesn't she? Because when she can see him changing, she's tell her.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
The whole like subplot with that, I can't remember his name, but that fucking cunt who basically like tries to like assault her in the stairwell, and he says like, I'm gonna get you pregnant and like
gonna ruin your body.
Oh my god, vile. But him melding his teeth shut, but like Rourke makes him put his finger inside. Oh, like deserved, but like grim.
And when she's like, she's undoing it, and then she's like, oh, I can't do anymore.
So she only like breaks it apart like this much, and he's like, you can't leave me like this.
He's like talking like his teeth are still together. Yeah. And like it's fucking brilliant. She's savage. I love her.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a great scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm still racking my brain about the Skull Drac thing. I think because of that scene with them being in the same room, I was on that path, but or I thought it was maybe like his father or something, you know? But then I thought, oh, awkward that she finds his father hot. But not really awkward, because you probably would. Father probably was hot.
And interesting that Skulldrac can talk. Because is that Rourke's voice? Like,
oh my god, I never fucking thought about that. Wow, you're a genius.
Like, is that what Rourke would have sounded like?
Whoa.
Because my understanding is Rourke's people cut out his vocal cords and dumped him.
Wild, innit? Yeah.
And now he's expected to go back with them. But it was said, like, to prove yourself, you've got to bring us the lost melder. And now his mother's like, oh, you fulfilled.
Congrats.
Yeah. But
Son
he's like, yeah, don't want to.
Yeah, it wasn't like fucking intentional. Yeah.
He's trying to hide it from you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what a fucking mess. I highlighted 2 quotes in this book.
Okay.
I was once told we never truly knew another soul until we saw the darkness they kept inside.
When he's in his Skulldrac form and he says like, you're the light.
Yeah.
Oh, so sweet. Really interesting as well about the like golden threads that she sees. Like she can see all the soul bones. She can see like other people and she can like manipulate them.
Yeah, she's mad powerful, isn't she? Mad powerful. Also, right, like, I'm not laughing at this in a, like, poo-poo-y way, but isn't it so funny that, like, because this is what makes the king so fucking mad, right? Is how funny is that this Melder has literally been under his fucking nose, and the only thing she's done to hide herself is dye her eyes with, like, plum juice? Isn't that so funny? Like, and that makes me think, how terrible is Kale's backstory? Because then she saves his brother or his half-brother.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have let him fucking die. Deserves it.
Yeah, so he was like outcast. He was the Jarl's son, Jarl Jacob's son.
Yeah.
And he was cast out. And then he wasn't even allowed to keep his surname He's got, is it Tharian or Thorian's surname?
Yeah, but it's a way more fucking badass surname than the other than it.
Jacobson.
Yeah, it's shit. It's like it's something really fucking metal in it. Like I can't remember. I'll have to have a look now. But it's really cool. It's not like Stormbringer, but it is.
No, it starts with a D, doesn't it?
Darkwing. That's way fucking cooler than Jacobson.
Yeah, Darkwing.
This is the other quote that I had highlighted, sorry. Will you let me taste you? His eyes heated. Rourke gripped my chin with one hand, drawing my mouth close. But with the other, he made certain I understood his every command. On your knees.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, and as well, like, the art that came with it, but the art of the two of them.
Fantastic.
Yikes.
You want to know one of my favourite parts?
Yeah, always. That's what we're here for.
They're like walking to, I don't know, dinner, a feast, a ball, whatever. And like Lyra doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
And he says like, oh, I'll make it up to you later with a kiss. And she's like, well, I've had that. It'll have to be something more enticing. And he taps her downstairs and says, yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember that, but Jesus wept.
You don't remember
that?
Yeah.
I don't remember
he
that.
says, like, oh, I'll give you a kiss. And she's like, that's not very enticing. I've had that. And then he, like, taps her vagina and says, here. I know.
Sick.
I read that and I was like, rock.
Sick.
Bro, next question.
That's fucking wild.
It was lovely.
Oh, my God. How did I forget that? Jesus Christ.
This is the thing when we bloody speed read books and we do forget things, but
I didn't particularly speed read this, so it took me a good week to read. Like, again, not in like it took me about a week to read it.
Oh my God, no, I read it in like 2 days.
Yeah, I know you did. I'm gonna have to cut that. I don't know why you talk when you yawn, because I'm gonna have to cut it.
I read it in 2 days.
I will say, and I'm probably like diving way too much into this.
Okay.
But the cover.
Yeah.
So, and I only noticed this when the hardback came, because like, I'm not in a mean way, I'm not like analysing the Kindle version. Like I was like, stunning, cool. But it's obviously an axe surrounded by flowers, and then you have, which is presumed to be Lyra's face in the middle, with her eyes dyed kind of blue and the silver like gashes basically inside it. But what is really prevalent on it, down in the bottom one side, is a huge bunch of like raven feathers.
Oh.
Yeah, and like, maybe I'm reading too much into this. I'm somebody who like everything on my cover is an Easter egg. But like, and maybe like LJ is like, that's just a fucking feather. I just like him, which is like fine and looks hot. But just interesting.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Also, like, I know we've spoken about this, but fucking snaps for LJ for getting published by Penguin.
Oh, I know.
I love that
such
for her.
A bloody star.
I don't know where they're available. I should have looked at this before we started this episode, but I was just saw on LJ's social media over the weekend. The special editions of this, the sprayed edges, the edge is blue with the tap, tap, tap.
Oh,
that's what it is on the. I know she must have been at some signing. She posted in the Facebook group like, "Oh, I've got some of these like available if people want to buy them at the next signing." And it's like tap tap. I know.
I want it. I want like a special edition.
Well, if Fairy Loot or anyone released one of this, I'm fucking buying the shit out of her.
How sad when she goes to Hilda and Edvin's house and their boy has run out.
Oh, stupid fuck.
Sorry. Oh no, he wants to be like his dad.
Yeah, but like a time and a fucking place, not when like Skulldrack is fucking slicing and dicing.
That berserker. There's something going on with those berserkers.
Isn't it interesting how like the king has no control over them and they just kill what's in their path? Because like
they could have killed the Melder and the king would have been fucking tamping.
Well, imagine if like Thane was out there fighting, or if Rourke was out there. They just fucking in it. I do wonder, like, well, he's dead now, so we'll never know. But like, can't ask him because he's dead. No, by the by that he's a fictional character, but like he's dead now, so we can't ask.
By the by that I'm never going to meet him.
But like, I wonder that's gonna turn on him. That's gonna go up shit creek without a paddle, as we say, or tits up.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to control them, and there's going to come a time where those are they called berserkers in it? They are they?
Like berserker warriors.
Yeah. There's going to come a time where they just start like slicing and dicing.
Yep.
And like only Skuldrak could kill it, right? Like Lyra couldn't do it. Skuldrak killed it, didn't he, when she got cornered by one?
Oh, Lyra killed her.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because she took all the bones and like ripped him apart.
Sorry. But as well,
which was fucking badass.
Which I also loved about this. Sorry, jumping back to the magic system thing, is that there's like high consequence to her using her magic. Like she is super powerful because they say that like her melding comes considerably easier than it did to the other guy, but like she's out for fucking days after it. Like she's not just like boom 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 boom.
And it's a soul for a soul.
This is but only when they use the specific type of bone, right?
Soul bones.
Yeah, but can she meld without a soul bone, or are they always soul bones?
I think she can meld with any bones because she takes the warrior's bones, doesn't she, and melds them to the king so that.
Yeah, so I think that doesn't require a life for a life because that's just like fealty.
Yeah.
But when you're taking those soul bones to like boost somebody's like power.
Yeah, they should be laid to rest.
Yeah. So because you've used somebody's life for a benefit, they're going to take someone's.
And that's this is the thing about the Wanderer, because that's whose bones the king's looking for, because he thinks it's going to like enhance him.
Well, he's going to become the Wanderer. Yeah. I do find it wild because I was so convinced that the king was going to be like the overarching baddie.
Yeah.
Like I did suspect, like, what do you think about book 2, book 3? Well, he's going to get those bones and they're going to have to fight him. But
I was just about to ask you, actually, what's your prediction?
Yeah, well, that was my prediction, but obviously that's shit out of the park.
Because obviously I'm guessing we're going to get Thane chapters in the next book. Or will it all take place away and we're not going to know what's happening with Thane and Chaol?
Do you know what makes me nervous is that because Thane's so distraught, and if he genuinely thinks that Lyra and Rourke killed his father, that Thane's going to become king, and does Thane become the baddie?
Ooh.
Because he's like so angry about what they did to his father. But curious, like I'd be curious to know that does Thane know that Rourke is the lost prince? Because they're like thick as thieves, right? You do wonder, like, is he lying to him?
How sweet of Thane to like write out.
They make a language. Like, he makes the sign language with him. I know.
Little green flag.
And what I will say, not that I feel like I did appreciate that, like, pretty much everyone, apart from like Lyra, which of course she wouldn't have because she's never met him, like everyone knew his sign. Like even like the king, who is a knobhead, was still respectful enough to, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't Thane constantly having to like translate for Rourke, only in like rare circumstances.
Yeah, like if he's talking really fast and stuff.
Or like when, you know, that guy at the end, it's Lyra, not Lyra, the one that Thane's gonna marry.
Right?
Yeah, when her parents come, like obviously they don't, like, he's translating for them, but like I did think that was nice, that like he wasn't constantly relying on Thane.
Yeah.
This has just sprung to my mind. But he obviously lost his voice when he went to the kingdoms and went to basically serve Thane. His mother and his people are not going to know it. They're not going to be able to understand him.
Nope.
That's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Is Emmy with them?
Yeah.
She is. Okay, I just want. Yeah. So it's only going to be Emmy and Lyra that can translate. Also, how stunning that, like, the reason why Lyra was more adept at picking up is because they have some kind of like soul connect, like some connection, like they, for want of a better word, mates.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, it just makes me all cozy. That's why I love romantasy.
I know. Oh, it was just an all-round delight. Like, we fucking love everything LJ writes, but I mean, she knocks it out the park.
She did. She really knocked it out.
I will say, I'm struggling to say what I think is going to happen next, but that's just a credit to, like, Lyra's writing to LJ's writing.
Yeah, she keeps us on our toes. Yeah, like, she keeps us guessing. And, like, me saying, oh, well, I knew he was Skuldrak, like, that doesn't take away from how phenomenal this book is.
Yeah.
I just, like, dissect every page of a book I read, so...
Sam's playing Cluedo on every page.
I'm like, who did it?
The library with the candlestick.
I've sussed it.
Yeah.
But no, I thoroughly enjoyed this book.
Yeah.
I don't know when we're going to get book 2, but...
No, I know, but...
I'll wait with bated breath.
Well, in the meantime, we're going to get book 4 in the Everseas, which I am ravenous for.
Same. And LJ put on her Facebook group or something that she's written the bonus scene from The Miss Thief when Case and Malin are shagging and before Jonas catches them. So if you need some LJ to tie you over.
Where is that? How do we...
I don't know. I think it's in a newsletter.
Maybe on a newsletter. I was like, how do I source that? Also, this is so off topic, but it's not really. And we talk about it with LJ in the interview. I don't know if it makes the cut. We'll see. But you said in her Wicked Darling, if you aren't a part of her Wicked Darlings Facebook group, go join it. It's like free, like not that you would pay, but you know what I mean? It's not like a street team group. It's just like for anyone. The NSFW art that she's recently posted for, who was it? Tor and Sol, because that one is burned in my brain. There's an Eric Bloodsinger and Livia one. And who was the other one? Was there one of Ari and...
There's Case and Malin.
Yeah.
Ari and Skadi.
Yeah.
No,
not Skadi. That's Jonas and Skadi.
Jonas and Skadi. Ari and...
Come on, you haven't long read these.
For a name.
Fake fan.
There's... For all the couples, I think.
But the Tor and Sol one...
Outline of his cock under that.
It's so thick.
So thick.
Like, we talk a lot, like, length is described, I feel like, at length.
Yeah.
But, like, thickness. Yeah, it's stunning.
So nice.
You're only a winner if you join her Facebook group.
Yeah.
It's just a win-win situation.
There's no way you're ever going to regret it.
No, absolutely not.
Basically.
No, it's stunning. Like I hadn't seen it because I really go on Facebook. So Sam sent them to me. But when you sent me the Sol and Tor one, whose dick is it?
Oh,
because they look similar, don't they? Yeah.
Sol and Tor are so fucking hot. That relationship makes me clammy.
I want a Sol and Tor book. Is LJ, if you're listening, please.
She's written short stories though, isn't she?
Yeah, I think there's like chapters and stuff, but like I want a
full book.
Do you know who I'm really excited for? Is I hope Alexi's a freak. Didn't she say that Sander's a freak?
Yes. And we got to wait for that. Because next book is
Mira and
Tate.
Yes. I'm still here for it.
Oh, yeah, fucking same.
Like, they hate each other. Well, he hates her.
Yeah.
She loves him, but like...
But she just wants everyone to like her. She just assumes everyone
loves her. And I think she's so
It's funny because I know you haven't read all of the Broken Kingdoms books, but the later Broken Kingdoms books, they start having children. So, like,
Ari and...
Jonas and Sander in it.
Oh, and they're younger. Yeah,
Alexi's in it. Mira's in it. And... Livia's in it, and Mira's like that even as a child. Like
really?
She just loves that everyone loves her, and like that the boys are playing with her, like, and they're little like toddlers, and it's so sweet. It's honestly the last 3 books fucking wrecked me when they start having children.
I need to read them. I read the first 2. I could be quoting this wrong, but I'm pretty certain I saw this. I think it was again another signing that LJ was at recently. Do you know that she sells each of the 3s as one book?
Oh, okay. Like an omnibus.
You can have like the 9 in 3 volumes.
Wow.
On Kindle, it's available on KU, so you can read all 3 in one Kindle version.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I might actually have to. But have you seen? Sorry, have you seen the special edition, the gradient version she's got? Fucking God, let me find you a picture. Basically, of these books, she has like all of them as special edition covers, but they're like gradient from yellow to blue.
Oh wow!
So when you have them, oh my God! Anything she writes is just fucking crack.
Literally, I read Ever King, Ever Queen, Miss Thief, and then you told me about the prequel books, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll try the first one. 9 books later, I'm like, okay, I'm her biggest fan. Anything else to say on Lyra and Raw? Raw. Next question.
No, I loved it. I mean, like, look. I love this writing style, but I love both. I love both ways that she writes. Like, I feels like not like I have nothing to say because I do have a lot to say about it, but it's just like I love everything she does.
Yeah,
like
big fans.
Big fans. We love her. Like, just eat it up.
Insta buy off.
Oh, any time. Like, honestly, LJ, like I would consider buying your contemporaries, and that's a big thing for me because I am not a contemporary lover.
Now that I know she does contemporaries,
isn't that wild?
Best believe I'm running back to look at them all.
We talk about it next week, but LJ writes under another pen name,
Emily Childs,
which is her contemporary books, and she's like fucking 20 of them.
Yeah, snaps for LJ.
Yeah.
Because where's she finding the fucking time?
I know. I'm like,
got 4 kids.
I know. So when I say to people like 3 out next year, and people are like, ooh, I'm like, look at fucking LJ.
LJ can do it.
Yeah, if LJ can do it, I can. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, join us next week for our interview with LJ, where we talk all things Broken Souls and Bones.
Yeah.
And
it will be like, for the first part is spoiler free.
Yeah.
And we say
when we're getting into spoiler territory.
So like, you could technically listen to it if you've not read it.
Yeah. And then the week after that, we're doing a bit more of a fun episode. We're going to talk about TBRs, what we've got coming up, how we manage our TBRs, what goes into planning the podcast episodes and choosing the books, and
just talking about some of the stuff on our TBRs.
Yeah. We're just gonna.
It's gonna be very free and loose,
fluid.
If you think that we have no structure now, you better fucking wait. When the only brief that we have to prep with is TBR.
Yeah.
Because fuck knows what each of us are going to show up with.
Me with my 10-page of notes.
And then me, like, not even with my phone.
Yeah.
Like.
What's that book I wanted to read by that author?
You know the one with the sword on?
Yeah. I remember the cover.
Remember when you thought Anthema and what was the other one? You thought like Anthema was a part of Phantasma, didn't you?
They sound the same.
They are. When you see the covers, they're not, but it does sound like a book in the Phantasma series. I agree.
I was like, oh, it must be book 2.
But then I spent good money on a trilogy last year, paperback on Vinted, thinking I was buying A Court This Cruel and Lovely. Is
that
what it is? A Court This Cruel and Lovely?
Yeah.
But I bought some fucking YA shit. It's like, hold on.
Honestly, when we say we don't have a brain cell between us, we're saying that with our whole fucking chest.
And I don't know what I bought. I thought I was buying A Court So Cruel and Lovely. And I remember telling Grace and being like, it's YA. And she was like, no, it fucking isn't. And I was like, yeah, it is, Grace. And she's like, I've read it. It's not fucking YA.
You're talking about the wrong book because I've read this.
And then I Googled it. I need to find it now because it's going to really annoy me. I'm going to have to go back and find it. A Curse So Dark and Lonely.
Sounds similar.
Doesn't it? And like, but it's like fucking YA. You want it?
Ask something to put on the bookshelf, innit?
I suppose. Anyway. Done.
I think so.
Lovely.
Stunning. Thanks so much for listening.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram @apod of Smut and Wingspan.
See you next week.
Bye.